So there's been a lot of attention lately to something that's been around for a long time, but hasn't been very commonly used, but now is, which are SPACs, SPAC, special purpose acquisition companies. SPACs are a little bit of a different kind of a thing where typically people with some expertise in a topic go out and raise money in the public market, which will then be used within a defined period of time, typically 2 years, a required time period, to make one or more acquisitions of privately held companies, which effectively takes those privately held companies public. The idea is that these people that know a lot about their field will be better at making an acquisition than not, and that you can pay them a form of entrepreneur's markup to be able to do this. It is a form of speculative activity. It's not as crazy as a lot of other things in speculative periods because typically the people actually do have a lot of experience in the realm of which they're trying to acquire. And in doing that, they acquire solid companies at something that they deem to be reasonable valuations because they do want to do well in the aftermath of the acquisition. They're incented to do well. So it's a little bit, not completely, but a little bit like an IPO because the SPAC itself is a form of an offering. It's a little bit speculative because the SPAC itself, when it raises the money, doesn't have any other business. There's no there. It's all predicated on the notion that they'll be able to do successful acquisitions of businesses in some typically specified realm. But it's less speculative than the kind of IPOs that we saw, for example, mostly in the late 90s, where you had a lot of businesses floating into the public market as a business with no business, all on the come in the hopes that they would be able to do great things ahead because they had an idea. This is the notion that there will be an acquisition, typically that it will be a reasonable acquisition done by people who know the field of a somewhat solid business. Is it always that? Of course not. Is it often that? Yes. Is it speculative? Yes. Is it the most crazy speculative thing that ever happened? No. Is it a sign that the markets are getting, maybe euphoric is the wrong word, maybe it's just pretty optimistic? Yeah, I think it is. Might some of them work really well? Yeah. Would I want to do them? No, because it's a form of a kind of an offering. And if you think about IPOs, initial public offerings, you'll remember words that I used and coined in the 1980s in my writings then. And the reality is that IPOs, in another way, could be said to mean it's probably overpriced, and you pay a price for those people to buy those businesses. The businesses, otherwise, if they wanted to, could just go public right now, and so you're paying a premium, and it's probably overpriced. But time will tell.